Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I am Lynn with Plasma Energy Solution, and it is August 8th, 2020, and our website is plasmaenergysolution.com. In my last video today, I gave you some tips for anti-inflammatory measures you can take in your life and how to support your body, especially if you're under a lot of stress, if there's any requirement that you have to do a certain injection or anything like that. So I want to expand a little on that. I've talked in the past about Wim Hof, and Wim Hof is from the Netherlands, and he's often referred to as the Iceman. He's got a lot of videos and he's got a website. I encourage you to take a look at it. And why am I encouraging this? You know, Wim Hof has undergone a lot of university studies because of his ability to be in ice water in the middle of winter for several minutes. He climbed Mount Everest in a pair of shorts, and he wore shoes, and that was it. Now, he didn't go all the way to the top, but if you've ever looked at pictures of people climbing Mount Everest, they've got a boatload of clothing on them. So I think his information bears some scrutiny, and I just want to share you some things that he has to say. This is on a YouTube that he had, and it started at 14 minutes, and I'm going to put this in a link when I put the information up in a blog. If we just breathe more deeply, slow and sure, and not shallow, and we do this 30 times, the chemistry will change in your body. You do this consciously 30 times. The body becomes oxygenated, alkalinized, and the chemistry in the body changes. And I do this every night before I go to bed, and I take in the 30 breaths, and he's got videos online, so it helps you pace through doing the exercise. And it's basically a breathe in and out, and it's circular. You don't stop in between, you just keep going. You can breathe through your nose, you can breathe through your mouth. As he says, what difference does it make? You're getting the air in. Okay, so the brain-body connection is possible by presenting with the deep in-breath. When you have the connection with the body, you are able to connect with the brain. Now, a lot of times when you're under stress and you've got fear going on, a lot going on in your life, you may be doing a lot of shallow breathing, and it may be the shallow mouth breathing. Just, you know, you're not getting in a good amount of an in-breath. Wim Hof has worked with Stanford University with his techniques to get rid of PTSD, fear, trauma, and depression. This is probably pretty timely given what is going on around the world with a demic. You can call it a scandemic, plandemic, epidemic, whatever. It has lots of different names. You can expand consciousness together with breathing and creating the right chemistry for the neurons. Your sense of smell is better. You see colors more brightly. Your experience deepens. Breathe in deeply and let go. Make a circle with your breathing. Breathe deeply in your mouth and then let go through your mouth. You will feel lightness in your head and tingling in your fingers and toes. And you are getting rid of CO2 in your body when you let go. You are enriching the oxygen within your body. Now, when I do these exercises, you do 3 sets of them. And you may not feel tingling in your fingers and toes the first set, maybe not even the second set, but you will feel them. And he says if you feel tingling or a change in your body temperature, that's just fine. So he's coaching you through it when you go with his breathing video. Once you have done the 30 breaths with focus and release the dopamine, serotonin, and adrenaline, that is what makes you stronger. Then you hold your breath, and the first round that you do the 30 intake and out breath, you hold for a minute. And the first time you do it, you may find, oh my gosh, I can't even hold it for 30 seconds because your brain just jumps in and goes, I can't hold my breath for a minute. Well, guess what? You can. And that even happens to me. If I don't get in and focus right away with it, I may not make it to the full minute, the first round of exercises. But then the second round and the third round, you go a minute and a half. You can go 2 minutes, or you can go longer if you think you can. And he's talking you through that. So once you get focused and into the whole breathing routine, yes, you can do that. And so then he also talks about cold showers. The cold is a powerful force, gradually building up and exposing yourself to cold. When you do this, you always train without force, and you listen to your body carefully. If this is not practiced responsibly, there could be a risk of hypothermia. And he always recommends, if you're just starting out with it, that you start with a regular shower, and then maybe you're going to put the cold water on your feet and then your legs, and then move it on up your body, but don't immerse your head in the cold water. And I will have to admit, this one is waiting to be a new practice that I undergo. And then he says, if you're new to cold exposure, just end your warm shower with 15 to 30 seconds with the cold water only, which is what I've just said. Begin with your feet and follow up your legs, your stomach, your shoulders, and your back. There might be an initial shock, shivering, and hyperventilation is normal. Try to remain calm and breathe easily. Close your eyes and really try to embrace the cold. Don't pour cold water over your head if you are not experienced with the cold exposure. If you feel any strong physical discomfort, numbness, or pain, get your body warm again as soon as possible. Cold exposure works like weightlifting. You get stronger over time. And you know, with weightlifting, obviously, if you're starting weightlifting, you're not going to start with 50-pound dumbbells on a bar and decide the first day you do it, you're going to lift that much. So back to my earlier video that I did today, and I talked about Dr. Fulford, who was a family practitioner in Arizona who wrote a book when he was 93, and he said, moderation in all things. So there are little muscles along your veins that contract when they get into contact with the whole cold. After some time, maybe only 1 to 2 weeks, according to Wim Hof, these become stronger, making your veins healthier and reducing the force that your heart has to use to pump blood around your body. You can increase your exposure to the cold over time. At one point, the cold will feel comfortable and you can skip the warm shower completely. Notice how you feel amazing after a cold shower and sluggish after a warm shower. And Wim Hof adds, chronic pain is not normal. Breath work and cold exposure can approach some of the potency that medications are often used to provide for you. We are able to tap into our bodies and our minds, and this enables us to be strong, happy, and healthy. So that's from one of his videos. And then I want to share some more information on a second video that he had. When you take a cold shower every day, the heart rates will go down 20 to 30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. This means that stress is gone. And for any of you that may be building up to issues of blood pressure issues or something like that, maybe this is information to pay attention to. Would I start with the cold showers? I would probably start with the breathing. and build up. So Wim Hof says, when I awaken and open my eyes, I begin with a good deep breath, and then soon I take a cold shower. Take a couple of minutes and make sure that the body adapts to the cold. And remember, when you wake up, you are nice and warm. Within 30 seconds of going straight to the cold, Wim Hof says he doesn't feel the cold anymore, and he finishes it with his shower in a couple of minutes. The importance of that in the morning is that you wake up your vascular system, which is 2.5. The entire vascular system, according to what he said, could go around the Earth's circumference 2.5 times with the length of the veins, arteries, and body capillaries. And that's for everybody. That's pretty amazing. This contains millions of little muscles that are trained when you adapt to the cold showers daily. Then your vascular system is optimized. The millions of little muscles help the blood flow go through as they work with each other. It is a closed system. And the originator in this system is the heart. A cold shower a day keeps the doctor away, and the blood flow is better, and nutrients, vitamins, and minerals are able to get to your cells better, and more energy is produced. You can take your hot shower and then follow with the cold shower as Wim Hof has suggested. You can awake the direct connections in the brain whenever there is stress in your body. By using your mind, you can deal with any type of stress. Oxidative stress is the things you cannot handle, and they get into the mechanics of the cell affecting the telomeres and produce wrong genome expression, which then can make you sick and maybe sometimes even get cancer. Stress is like an attack on healthy mechanisms. So learn to deal with stress and you can keep the healthy mechanisms. We've shown how to protect the cells with positive stress with the breathing exercises and the cold showers. And right here I'll also interject that you're also assisting the cells when you're using our plasma energy products. And we have the plasma energy station, which we have just a few more of these, and then we are going to go to this system entirely with the 4 larger vials that contain everything that were in the 16 small glass vials. And for those of you that have had trouble dropping and breaking the glass vials, well, you can drop these and they're not going to break. Right now in August 2020, it is my birthday month. And so if you'll go to our website, plasmaenergysolution.com, you can find out what our special is. And our special does not include this package of the 16 glass vials, but it does include 20% off on the Plasma Energy Station when you purchase it in this. And it also includes our many other plasma energy products that we have offered for you. Okay, and so then another thing that Wim Hof talks about is an experiment that was done with him with, I believe, one of the California universities. One of them, and you'll find this on the internet, he stayed in a tub of ice. He was completely surrounded with ice up to his neck for 80 minutes. His body temperature remained consistent at 30 degrees centigrade. After they did that, they wanted to see if he could still maintain his ability to remain healthy, and he agreed to this. They injected E. coli into him. Normally you would have a violent reaction of the immune cells to the E. coli bacteria that was injected. In the case of Wim Hof, there was zero reaction. Then they injected Wim Hof directly in his veins with the E. coli. He did not become sick. He did his breathing techniques and used his mind. They saw that he influenced the autonomic nervous system, the autonomic system directly with conscious will and fought off the E. coli. That is completely contrary to their research. They said that he was a freak of nature. They said it was not possible to do this with normal people. So he asked to have people to train for 10 days, and he would change the medical literature. So they did a comparative study with 18 people who did not train with Wim Hof and 18 people who he did train. The non-trained people injected with E. coli became quite sick. The trained people, after only 4 days of training with Wim Hof, did not become sick. Then they saw thousands of people who were exposed to the same experiment who all became sick. The 12 people in the one comparative study did not become sick, and those were the people with the 4-day Wim Hof training. Those people with the Wim Hof training had 100% score of not getting sick. He took them to the mountains. He trained them every day, indoors and outdoors. They were in the snow, they were barefoot, they were in shorts, and after 4 days, they climbed the mountains wearing shorts for 5 hours in freezing temperatures and had a great time. 4 days later, people were in the hospital doing the E. coli test and turned scientific literature around, and we were able to do much more than science believed. We have to bring this to people. And I'm sharing this with you today because of all the fear that's been generated with the news and with what's out there. And we don't know the true statistics. If you do your research on the internet, there's just a lot of conflicting information. But this demonstrates E. coli is a very serious illness. And this is a whole demonstration of what you can do with the breathing techniques, with your stress reduction so that you're able to focus and use your mind. And we can enhance that with our plasma energy products. How are we going to do this? I have just a few of my little soldiers here, and these are some I keep at my desk all the time. I've got Clear Mind. I have one called Virus Relief. I've got Clean Mouth. I have Peace. And boy, is this important right now. I have Pain Relief. And I have joints, healthy joints and skin. This is my Plasma Energy Station water. And these are just a few. I have so many colored vials. Paul thought they were going to completely overtake his workroom. But what a nice way to do it with plasma energy and colored spray bottles, huh? So please do look at all the things that we have to share with you. And this just really enhances the case for drinking Plasma Energy Station water. And I did a blog on that several months ago, and I hope you'll take time to read that blog and be thoughtful about the information and how it can apply to your life. If you're changing the quality of water in your body, you're over 70% water. So now if you change the quality of water in your body, if you enhance your health with the things I suggested in the earlier video from Mike Adams on healthy eating, and if you go to our website, if you want to add to your store of being able to eat healthy, especially as we're running into shortages, we may run into more issues with our instant delivery system. If you go to our companion website called smarthuntersupply.com, which Dr. Paul had been in the process of setting up, you'll see that we have something called Simply Clean Foods. Those are foods that are sourced from all over the world. They are non-GMO, they are herbicide, pesticide, and chemical free. So they're called Simply Clean because a package of peaches is only peaches. There's no additives to it. A package of strawberries is only strawberries. A package of broccoli is only broccoli. So do take a look at that, and especially considering that it has 25-year shelf life. So if you are contemplating that you need to add to your pantry, and consider the ramifications of any instant delivery system interruption, then do take a look at that, and do also take a look at the Ozark Saddle Bacon, which has a 10-year shelf life. So that, and your plasma energy, your breathing, your living healthy, these are all things you can do to make everything better for you. If you're in a situation where you're not being able to go out much, there are all kinds of exercise videos available. And something that I've utilized for a long time is called Oxysize. And they have some videos, you can get different workouts. And guess what? It incorporates breathing along, as discussed with the Wim Hof material, along with different yoga postures. And I realized that after I was doing it a while, when I looked at some of those, and I thought, gosh, that's a posture I've done when I've taken yoga classes. You can have a mini trampoline. You can get a rowing machine. Now, if you don't have a lot of space, there are rowing machines that are less expensive, that fold up, that you can store out of the way. And the upside to the bigger rowing machines is you can just sit right down on them, and they're not real low to the ground. The downside to the cheaper rowing machines is they're right down to the floor level, but that's a good thing. Now you get to figure out how you're going to get up after you get on it. So consistency, get out, take walks when you can, and if you can't, think about a mini trampoline. If you can't do that, there are walking videos that you can get, and just get those and do those. But be consistent, because everything you do along these lines is going to make you feel better. You will be healthier, you will be stronger, and as you can see, you can withstand certain attacks on your body from the environment, from the foods that are GMO, from medications. So be very thoughtful, because guess what? You are the driver of the bus called your body. It is up to nobody else but you to take good care of your body. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. And please do share my video with others. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And remember, it's plasmaenergysolution.com. Thanks.